Welcome back. We are still with Sanjiv Vohra from Citibank. This is Expat Insights. I'm your host Raju Mantian. So he shared with us the highlights of Citibank's existence here for the last 107 years. And now let's find out what Citibank does to make Philippines a nicer place to live in. So Sanjiv, can you share with us things that Citibank does at the community level for community building? What are the things that you do currently?
Sure.
And what are you participating in?
For us, citizenship efforts is a very important aspect of our existence in any country.
Yeah.
And that's something we promote both within the organization as well as with our partners as well.
Yeah.
Citi is basically operating through a city foundation as far as the citizenship efforts are concerned.
Right.
And they have a number of advocacies that we follow. First and foremost, we believe in microfinance and micro-entrepreneurship. Then the second one is small and growing businesses.
Yeah.
And then we also work with education in terms of financial education. We look at financial capacity and asset building, colleges and careers. So these are the effectively the advocacies that we promote within the Philippines. So we have number of areas that we work with within these advocacies. If you take microfinance, we've been since 2002 we've sponsored an award called the Micro Entrepreneur of the Year Award. In fact, we are right in the middle of the season. We will be judging and then awarding the Micro Entrepreneurs of the Year in November. In small businesses, we sponsor what we call the BID Challenge. This is a global business BID. It's business in development challenge where entrepreneurs will submit their business programs, and those business programs are judged, and then they are awarded with cash awards so they can grow those programs as well. In terms of financial education, we do use credit wisely. In fact, this morning we were at F. Benitez Elementary School
in Makati,
where we had 400 city volunteers participating in what we call a Global Community Day. This is again something that started 5 years ago. All around the world, we follow on one day, we have all our city bankers going out to do community service.
Teaching people how to use money well.
Well, today's program was organized by Sakalat Sisikat, which is to share the love of reading. So we had volunteers there helping students in terms of making reading fun. So there's a lot of other activities going on to keep the children engaged through the day and the afternoon. So that's happening as we speak. Last weekend I was actually running for Pasig River. So this is
Piso para sa Pasig with the Lopez family.
Kapit Bisig para sa log Pasig River. That's right. So we had fun doing that as well. The next weekend we will be going to what we call a city GK farm. To help farmers with Tony Maloto, who's a dear friend and a source of inspiration for all of us, to work on the farm for livelihood program for farmers as well. But that's only once a year activity that we do, where we involve as many Citibank volunteers as we can, and we encourage the sense of giving.
Of the first two, the micro entrepreneur and the small business, what takeaways does the Filipino population have from this? What does it do for them? You know, you give these awards, you pick on companies that are doing well. What does it give to them long term? What kind of change will it create for the man on the street?
Sure. I think first and foremost, what the awards do is create role models, and these people are highlighted for their successes and what they have been able to do with, I would say, very little or meager resources. And I think there are a couple of things which a man on the street can learn from. First and foremost is that there is enough help coming your way if you're willing to help yourself. I think it has to start from him. So what we've seen is that there are a number of organizations who have enough resources to be able to provide microfinancing to these individuals as long as the person is willing to do an honest day's work. And once you can do that, you're able to then generate employment for your communities as well. And that can lead to more healthy communities in terms of who are economically healthy, and then obviously that leads to a better economic picture for the country and for businesses such as ours as well.
Is there any way that you capture the knowledge that occurs here, and do you publish it in some form, or it's not yet done?
What we do is we actually take videotapes of our micro entrepreneurs. In fact, that happens even at the semi-final stage before the judging take place, and these videos are being channeled and are being shown in some of the TV channels. I think
Knowledge Channel, probably.
well, we do another program with Knowledge Channel, which is S2 Diantipid, which is on the financial education side. But I think this used to be shown under NBN5, if I'm not mistaken, sponsored by Go Negotio, who we work very closely with, and obviously has a lot of connection between microfinance and Negotio. And I believe if masses can see the benefits of Negotio and what Go Negotio does, because they also have angel entrepreneurs to help you in some aspects which you might need help in, and which we do as well for our past winners in some form which we can. Obviously our resources are limited compared to a lot of other people. So I think that's one aspect where people can learn from, and the other of course is financial education. I think
in essence you're boosting the whole learning capacity of the country and learning the giving the economy a push at the grassroots level by doing this.
More than learning, I think, is to show them there is an opportunity for them to take advantage of. And it's very simple. Cases that we have seen who've gone on to become national winners for our Micro Entrepreneur of the Year awards started with 5,000 peso loans, working just within the family members, and then growing their enterprises, where today they are selling to Shoe Mart, to Julie's Bake Shops, to French Baker. So we've had a number of success stories. The other area where we have been able to highlight some of these stories is, again, thanks to Joey Concepcion's Go Negotio, is in his books. He keeps publishing books for the 50 entrepreneurs of the year, 200 small entrepreneurs of the year, the women entrepreneurs of the year. In fact, a number of our awardees get featured in those books as well.
So kudos for that. That's a great job.
We appreciate it. We are really happy with that.
Yep. One more thing that I noticed in the news report that I was reading is that last year Citibank was given an energy efficiency award by the Department of Energy. How do you manage to do that, having such large luxurious offices across the nation? What kind of technology do you use and you save on energy? That's an amazing thing to do. So do you have an insight on that?
Yes, but I'm surprised you said you visited our office. So if you visited our office, you wouldn't have made that statement that we are very luxurious.
I thought it's cool, yeah.
It's definitely cool, and I think we need to make it cool to
no, when I say cool, I don't mean the temperature,
right.
But I meant the luxury and the comfort and the size and the shape of the offices.
Sure. I think it also reflects the organization that we are, and we maintain our building standards, which are standards across the globe as well. But we do believe in energy efficiency. In fact, Philippines is a very strong supporter of the Clinton Climate Initiative. We have, I think, granted something like $1 billion to the Clinton Climate Initiative alone, which is effectively leading to one of the leading advocacies for Clinton Climate Initiative is energy efficiencies in buildings. What they believe is that the major part of the carbon emission is coming from the buildings because of all the energy that is being consumed.
Air conditioning.
And if you can somehow improve the energy, and that's what we strive to do in every building, be it through improving the efficiencies of your air conditioners, or even doing simple things like telling all our employees to switch off their computers before they go, switch off the lights before they go, and that has helped us, and we've continuously year on year reduced our energy bill, which obviously helps us financially as well.
One more time. Great job.
Thank you.
Now let's bring down this discussion to the micro level. No, I understand that in a couple of days you have the Indian New Year coming up. No, so I'd like you to tell me about that. But before you tell me about Diwali, which is the Indian New Year, I want to understand what is the money mentality of the Indian versus the rest of the Asian person. So can you give me a little psyche behind what makes an Indian money businessman different from another one. So what's the mentality behind that? Do you have any insights on that?
I think in terms of Indians, mentality towards money is definitely more geared towards savings. And one of the reasons why that happens in India is because we don't have a social security net. So you really have to provide for your future, whether it is the education of your children or your health needs or your retirement needs. And I think that leads, basically leads a lot of Indians to have a very high savings rate. So that's been the case as well. I see the consumption in India starting to take place, whereas in the rest of Asia, consumption has been doing very well, for a very long time as well. So it's really the savings habits of Indians which make it a little bit more different from the rest of Asia. But Diwali is great. I mean, we're all looking forward to it.
Diwali is a celebration towards the goddess of wealth.
Yes.
Can you give us a little story on that?
Sure. As you know, Diwali or Deepavali, as it's known around the world, is Festival of Lights. This is basically to celebrate the triumph of good over evil, like most festivals are. This is related to the return of Lord Rama and Sita and his brother Lakshman to Ayodhya. And while he was returning, to guide him back to his kingdom, people lit their homes so he could know exactly how to get there. And the story goes on that if you light up your house and it's one of the best lit houses, you will also welcome the goddess of wealth, Lakshmi. So we actually had a small event at our home with some of our clients where we explained to them the concept of Diwali, and we handed them diyas and told them that you should go home and light these diyas and make your house look beautiful to invite the goddess of Lakshmi. And then when you get the Lakshmi, you know where to put it. It's with City Gold. So we're hoping that we'll get some success there.
Great. So it's been a pleasure meeting you, Sanjiv, and thanks for giving us insights on Citibank. You have 1 minute and you can say anything to your customers, to your clients, or to the rest of the country, to that camera over there.
Sure. First of all, I would like to thank Expats Insight to feature myself and Citi. It's been a pleasure to be here. With Citi, I can say that Citi is committed to provide you with the best products and services, as we've been doing for the past so many years, and we appreciate the loyalty and commitment clients have to us. Thank you.
So thank you for being on Expat Insights. That was our guest, Sanjiv Vohra, the country officer of Citibank. So this was Expat Insights, and thank you for watching Expat Insights. I'm your host, Raju Mandian. Until next Sunday, adios and mabuhay. Thank you.
Thank you.